The pride of Auckland, New Zealand. Here is Daniel Preston Hooker, one of the more popular fighters on this roster, top to bottom, and it's easy to see why. He's a fighter's fighter, as tough a fighter pound for pound in terms of the durability and willingness to take punishment as we have on this roster. As far as his skill set is concerned, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, layered striker. But for me, I will always come back to the fight night intensity, the toughness, the focus, the ability to fight through pain and adversity. I cannot relate to this man's toughness, and you gotta think that he might have to lean on that tonight in what is a very difficult stylistic matchup. There is just nothing in mixed martial arts quite like a Conor McGregor fight, and I would even take it a step further in terms of professional sports. Nothing like a Conor McGregor fight.
No, Conor McGregor has exceeded the sport of mixed martial arts. He is a worldwide phenomenon. This guy draws people's attention, and it's because of his ability to not only talk, but his ability to speak things into existence. If Conor McGregor wasn't knocking people out and becoming the champion, all the words that he spoke would not matter.
Right.
This guy is a tremendous striker. He's a huge personality, and he is a guy that believes every time he walks in there, J.A., that he is going to get his hand raised.
No, you put that well, and so much is made of his persona, his ability as an orator. That says nothing of how talented an athlete and a striker Conor McGregor is, and sometimes his star power is such that we lose sight of
and
just
he
how
hit
good
the
an
walk.
athlete.
Look at him hitting the walk. I mean, come on.
Conor McGregor, the man many of these fight fans have come out to see here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Daniel the Hangman Hooker. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the former UFC featherweight champion of the world and the former UFC lightweight champion of the world, the notorious Conor McGregor!
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, New Zealand's Dan Hooker back under the lights tonight. It's amazing to look at the career trajectory for this man when he made his UFC debut back in 2014, vaulting into lightweight contention in 2020. And if he wants to get back into that top 5, tonight is one he's got to have. He believes his length is going to be a factor. He believes his striking game is going to be a factor. And now we'll see if his opponent can do anything about it. Well, few fighters manage distance as efficiently and as well as Conor McGregor, and there's that left hand finding its home early.
He does a great job of setting you up, man. You saw it in the Jose Aldo fight. The guy will just step back a little bit and bang, drops the straight left on you that can end your night. He not only throws this fast, he also is so accurate, and that allows him to finish so many fights.
Pretty good execution for him there on the side kick, DC.
Just really feeling himself. One of those traditional martial arts techniques that are making their way to the UFC top.
Well, Conor McGregor's boxing looks sharp here tonight. We talk about him as a master of distance management. He also uses his long reach to great effect. It's one thing to have a long reach. It's another to use it and to use that jab, and McGregor has really mastered it when it comes to mixed martial arts. Man, these guys have some chins on them. Huge shots being landed on both sides. All right, so a big early land by the boxer. He put a lot of steam on that one as he's able to get that hook home, DC.
He lands it perfect. I mean, he throws it perfect. Right hand is always where it needs to be. If he throws it with the right, the left hand's always where it needs to be. It's tight, it's crisp, and it lands with a lot of power.
Nice counter jab up top by Conor. So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Conor McGregor. Three minutes. Pretty good jab there by Hooker. Oh, knee strike right to the midsection there. Targeting the body with the kick now. McGregor gets caught with that punch. He's treading water now. Gotta find a way to move those feet. Oh, going back to the uppercut. Well, nearly connected.
Oh, inside kick.
Certainly showing off some good hands here tonight. Back and forth we go. Oh, big elbow.
Well, the one thing about throwing jabs is that when you throw a jab, you kind of set your lead leg because you're trying to extend on the jab. If a person has good timing on leg kicks, they will land almost every time. So you got to be careful.
Just over 2 minutes, round one. Big right. Back to his feet. Under 2 minutes to go in a back and forth first round here.
Oh, nice inside kick.
Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You got to go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off and take your time. He's right for the picking. Go and pick the fruit.
Just out of the range with that right hand. Straight punch. Useful. Side kick. Well placed. Oh, straight left counter. That'll work. He's looking to land the right, just out of range. I might let you kick the inside of my leg after the show.
No.
See how that feels.
You don't want that, J.A. You do not want that. No one wants that. Even trained professional fighters can't take too many of those strikes.
All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Hooker's eye is closing up. .30 seconds now to go in round one. Here's the kick, blocked by Hooker. 15 seconds remain in the round. Double jab is there. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one. All right, so there's the end of the round. You see the blood trickling down as he makes his way back to the stool. Cut on the bridge of the nose, or so it appears from the strike in that round. Cut man getting right to work. All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round. We had a knockdown there, but not a knockout.
No, it wasn't a knockout, but you can't take those shots. That big punch landed, and it sat him down. If he gets hit with another one of those, it might be good night, Irene.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Round two is underway. All right, next This round is now underway. DC, any major takeaways after the previous 5 minutes?
That both of these guys are very evenly matched. The matchmakers did a fantastic job when they put these two in the octagon. So even though it wasn't crazy, you got to see high-level mixed martial arts.
Hooker's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. Oh, McGregor's shot is blocked. Oh, thought he might have had that head kick, but just out of range. Effective use of the jab there by Hooker. Well, he landed a big knockout in the previous round, and you can just tell his confidence is growing from here.
His confidence is through the roof, as it should be. He's doing a great job right now of landing strikes. He just now has to find the one that's going to end the night.
Well, this is absolutely the hurt business. It's hard to see which party is more injured, but I think both fighters have been really effective with their strikes in this round.
Yeah, both guys have been affected. Both guys have been beat up. It's a very competitive fight. Let's see who has the heart to carry them through these very tough moments.
Well, I think I can smell the blood at this point in time. That canvas didn't look like that a few fights ago. Blood is flowing from that cut with every passing strike.
Every strike. And it burns. John, it burns so bad. When you get cut like that, every time a shot lands, it just burns. So this guy needs to try to find a way to not take and limit the damage he's taking to this cut. Easier said than done, though.
All right, so he continues to land a high volume of strikes. You know, sometimes when you play basketball, you're in the zone. This dude's in the zone.
This guy's throwing his basketball in the midst of the ocean. He can't miss with anything that he throws. Every kick lands, every punch lands. He has just outclassed this guy on the feet. You have got to find a way to change the way that this fight is playing out, or your night's going to end very early.
Oh, beautiful kick to the head. Well, we got a lot of blood now, ladies and gentlemen. I think my mother just turned off the TV, but every time that area gets targeted, that cut is getting worse and closer, theoretically, to the end of the fight.
Yeah, and, you know, when you got a person like this in front of you that is so good at what they do, when you are bleeding like this and the work is showing, oh!
So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round one, a little bit of a feeling out process. Now he has clearly found his rhythm, found the range. We'll see if he can continue with more activity here in round two. Hooker's blocking well now. You see the fighter raise the guard to protect that obviously damaged nose. Oh, the Superman punch lands. Under 2 minutes to go here in our second round.
Work, come on.
When both are prepared, these are the types of fights that we expect.
Beautiful land there by McGregor. Made it look easy on that exchange.
He is such a diverse striker, but he's very tricky in the approach when he's trying to land that left hand.
And he blocked the punch there. Throwing that jab now again. The fighter evades. What a great sequence by him, mixing up his strikes and once again targeting that already damaged, swollen area upstairs.
That's exactly what he should do. You know, we are talking about a guy that is so talented, that is so disciplined, that when he can see swelling like that, he's going to continue to attack it. Oh! In a ton of trouble right now.
Oh, body kick attempt here, it's no good. 30 seconds to go in the round.
He does a great job of getting that leg kick to the target.
Just out of range with the straight left hand. 10 seconds to go in the round.
Stop.
10 minutes in the books. All right, so the round is over, and you see the cut man not wasting any time as the fighter makes his way back to the stool. The cut man will try to shut that cut on the bridge of his nose and prevent it from becoming a factor here moving forward. All right, there's the end of the round, so it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of there.
Yeah, that was a big moment. A big strike lands, his opponent's on wobbly legs. That is exactly what you want to see as you're walking back to your stool. Your opponent staggering back to his corner and being hopeful that he can get it back together before the start of the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. All right, so another round is now underway. Pretty good action over the previous 10 minutes. Your thoughts on what we might see here?
Both of the guys really picking up on the action, putting their foot on the gas and really starting to drive it home as we approach the end of the fight, and we're still so evenly matched, and the fight has been so close to this point. Lands a quick jab. Dan's in trouble. Dan's in trouble.
Oh!
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Man, that Conor McGregor left hand is just an absolute piston, and it lands again.
It's like an atom bomb. Like, he hits people and they fall down. And he understands the power that he possesses. So he's willing to throw it over and over again. I just keep thinking back to him in Eddie Alvarez, how every time he hit him, he just knocked him out of his shoes. Conor McGregor's left hand is as good of a single strike as there is in the UFC.
Yeah, he needs to register that. What a great fight. Damage doled out on both sides. Perhaps some bonus money coming the way of these two individuals at night tonight.
50K, baby. Somebody's getting paid. These two guys are doing a great job in a fight that is so competitive, that is so evenly matched. These two really will be proud of the effort that they have shown inside the octagon tonight.
Body shot there. Hooker's really making things difficult for the opposition right now, continuing to target that damaged nose, and that last strike absolutely found the target. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. The question is for how long? Oh, huge left. Well, DC kind of just playing with him at this point, right? You think he's got to go in and just get him out of there.
Well, he's trying, but he gets a little bit anxious, so he starts to throw a lot of punches and not the right punches. And because he's throwing so much, he keeps missing, and by doing that, he's missing chances to end this fight.
McGregor's nose is just donating blood by the second here. I'm not so sure that nose isn't broken, DC. Try to establish that jab.
Great block there.
Yeah, man, crowd loving it. Just a gorgeous shot there to end the fight. Really just the way he drew it up. He found the opening and capitalized on it to the utmost extent. Nicely done to finish the fight. All right, the decision is inside the octagon. We send it to the veteran voice. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean is calling a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 54 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by knockout, the notorious Conor McGregor!
All right, well, as many of you know, the overwhelming majority of Conor McGregor's pro MMA wins have come by knockout, and he produces another one here in the octagon tonight.
Produces another knockout. Conor McGregor will tell you that he's going to knock you out, and he goes out there and he does it. Hats off to Conor McGregor and all of his coaches for another massive victory and another huge spot in his UFC career.